Welcome to Singapore. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be talking about Smackdown. Smackdown was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. Okay. Hello. Hola, party peoples. Okay. So today is my father's birthday. Okay. So shout out to my pops because it's his birthday. So I was a little late because I was talking to my daddy. Okay. Also, tomorrow I'm going to Niagara Falls. We're gonna have a good time. It's all for my daddy's birthday. Okay. So shout out to all of y'all because all of y'all are my top commenters of the day. Y'all are here. Y'all are here. Hello. Now she beat Rico twice. Hello. Thank you. I'll make sure I pass the message on. All right. All right. Okay. So SmackDown came and it went. But there were a few key things to take away from SmackDown. Also, when I get done with this, I'm going over to AT2's channel because he is celebrating 4 years on the tubes. Okay. And y'all got to come over there because I'm going to be over there getting interviewed. Okay. So I'm going to make this quick. I promise y'all I get out y'all here. I promise. Okay. But listen. All right. Listen, SmackDown, there are a few key things to take away from SmackDown. Okay. Number one, oh, thank you. Thank you, Layla. Layla is a member of my channel. Okay, and she pop up. I see her comments all the time because she's a member. And if you want to be a member, all you got to do is join. I have my member settings set super low. I'm prepping for the first members only video, which is coming in the next month because I have to finish reading the 5 chapters, write out my script for the show, and then I have to put the makeup on and all of that. So I got a lot of stuff I got to work through to do it. And I'm going to be handing out memberships very, very soon. And I'm only going to be able to give away 1 month. Y'all going to have to take care of the rest. The membership tiers start at 99 cents. Okay. It's cheap. We're going to be doing the book review for Becky's book. We're going to do the book review for Rhonda's book. We're going to do the book review for Drew's book. And we're going to do a book review on the Bellas because a lot of people asked me to read their book and I promised I would do it. And we're going to read as many of the superstars books as I can find. And we're also going to do Remember When, which is basically me sitting down talking about different storylines and me trying to recreate some makeup looks from different superstars. It's going to be fun. So if you want to join that, then you got to join the membership. Okay. Thank you, Kayla. I'll make sure I tell him. Hey, Dad, the live said happy birthday. Okay. So let's talk about SmackDown. There was only a few lead out matches that were announced for the show. Okay. Obviously, Nia's coronation was a big thing, but it literally only lasted a few minutes. We're talking maybe 5-6 minutes tops. Yeah, she's the queen of the ring. She came out there in her one piece lace. It was a cute outfit. It looked like one of her gears. I was like, well, damn. It looked like a gear. It was cute. It was cute for her. I love that. Oh, thank you, Tariq. The only way you'll get the book reviews is if you come on over and join my membership. And that's going to start with Becky's book first. So each video, I'm going to be talking about 5 chapters of the book. So the only way you'll get the book reviews and us having a conversation about the books is if you join my membership. Nia got 6 minutes and Gunther got how long? Gunther had a long ass time. But to be fair for Gunther, his coronation got ran over by Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. So I don't know. I think Gunther and Nia's time as King and Queen of the Ring was pretty even. I'll give them that. They were pretty even. So, because like the storylines bled into the other, which is the same thing they did for Nia today. But anywho's y'all. So Nia came out there, had her hair up so she can wear her crown, officially, and she looked nice. And she made it very clear that she was going after Bailey at SummerSlam because she won the right to challenge her at SummerSlam. Now, Piper been going after Bailey for a while, for a couple weeks. It's been a week. This week will make the second week she's attacked her. Obviously, it's gonna head to Clash at the Castle, where Piper and Bailey battle it out for that championship. Now, Nia called out Bailey and was like, "Bring your ass out here. Your queen wants you to come out." And I was like, "Okay, great." So Bailey came out, and Bailey looked cute. Bailey had a cute outfit on. But Piper attacked her again. Piper took her out, laid her out. Nia just stood there. Didn't get mad at nobody for attacking her and interrupting her coronation and shit. Nobody said nothing. She just stood there. And I'm just like, girl, is you gonna do something like they ruining your whole coronation? Like you ain't gonna do nothing. She just stood there. And Piper was like, she had Chelsea talking for her. And Chelsea was just like, girl, you ain't got to worry nothing about Bailey. It's Piper you got to worry about. It's Big P. And she was like, girl, big hoe, big give. I don't give a damn. I don't care about none of that. She was like, whichever one of you bitches is motherfucking champion is going down. Both of y'all going to get annihilated one way or another. I was like, okay, girl. And scene. Moving on. We're gonna move on because that was it. Nia walked her, sashayed her ass up out of there. She sashayed her ass up out of there, and then they went on to the next segment. Now, one thing they did do today was they gave Apollo Crews time. Okay, Apollo Crews was on TV. He was wrestling Andrade. Now, in this match, Apollo Crews had Andrade for the better part of this match. From start to finish, Apollo had an answer for Andrade. He was taking him down. It was a good match. I love this match. Angel Garza ruined it. Now, Garza had already talked to Andrade, and they got a past history with each other. And Angel was just like, listen, I put in a good word with Santos for you and the crew. So you do well tonight. And Santos is definitely, he's going to have you in the group. And of course, Andrade was like, okay. He kind of took it in stride and then went about his business. Okay. Let me get my computer up off the thing here so it don't overheat. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. So, Andrade and Apollo Crews have their match. And this is when Angel Garza comes out there and basically, tries to make it look like he's just cheering for the man. He's just rooting him on. But in all actuality, he's causing the distraction so that Andrade could win. And child, Andrade was not a happy camper once she realized what actually happened. And he ended up walking past Santos like he ain't seen or heard nothing but from him, baby. He was like, bitch, I don't need you. Never did, never will. I'm out of here. He walked right past that man. And Santos was not having it. Santos was like, this is what you bring to us? This is what you bring in my group? And he was like, let me fix it. Let me fix it. So he goes backstage. Angel Garza's going back there to Andrade, and he's like, yo, what the hell was that? I gotta bring you to my crew. You come out here and embarrass me in front of everybody. Like, what are you doing? And Apollo Crews mollywopped the fuck out of Angel Garza. He was like, stay out of my business. I would have been like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Surely will. Surely will. Mollywopped Angel Garza. And if it hadn't been for the reps, he'd still be stumping a mud hole in his ass. Okay? Now, before that, we had a tag team match. It was quite a few tag team matches on the show today. The first tag team match was between A-Town Down Under and DIY. Now, it actually was not a tag team match. It was a singles match, and it was Ciampa versus Austin Theory. So what had happened was in the back before the show started, Ciampa was talking to Nick like, "Yo, where we at with deciding who the number one contender is for the championship? Because bitch, we ready. We've been ready." And so Nick talking to him, they having a little conversation, and here come A-Town Down Under talking about they begging for championship matches, they begging for opportunities. So child, Jimmy was like, "How about I beat your ass?" Jimmy was like, "I'm not beg for nothing. I can just beat your ass to be done with it." And he was like, "Well, bring it on." And Nick was like, "No. If y'all hungry, you want to eat, let's go. I'll make sure you eat. Like, you gonna have a match? You'll have a match against Austin Theory tonight." And he was like, "I'm gonna beat your ass, and then the next time I beat your ass, I'm gonna take your titles. It's gonna be a 1-2 hit." So they go out there to have a match. And of course, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are living the high life. You know, they are going at it, honey. And it's just a bunch of mess going on in this match. Not only is Theory and Waller, you know, they are seeming to be on the same page. But that wasn't the case headed towards the end of the match. Because for whatever reason, Grayson Waller overheard Wade Barrett talking about how Austin Theory probably still wishes he was in the way, because at least in the way he was heavily protected. To Wade Barrett's, credit, that's true. You know, they were a family. They operated as a family. Johnny Gargano treated him like he was his son, like he was one of his own. So it's different with Grayson Waller. And Grayson Waller was like, "Did you just say the way?" He got real pissed off. He was like, "The way? You mean the ones that abandoned him, that left him and left him to be nothing? The Grayson Waller, if he wasn't with me, he wouldn't be nothing. I made him who he is. I made him relevant again." Austin Theory said, "What the fuck?" Baby, Austin Theory was not a happy camper. Okay, Austin Theory did not like that shit. He was like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?" That little distraction let Ciampa roll him up and got the W, and he was out of there. And Grayson Waller is standing there like, "Bro." Now, before he got the roll up, Grayson Waller got on the apron and he was like, "Bro, listen, I got caught up. It wasn't like that." You know what I'm saying? And Austin Theory, like, "The hell is you talking about?" Ciampa took advantage, hit Theory in the back. Theory bust Grayson Waller in the face, on the floor, roll up, match over. Ciampa got the pin. And I was like, "God damn, that's fucked up." Like, but now we know your true feelings, Grayson. I see you, Grayson. So you think that without you, Austin Theory wouldn't be nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. I have no love lost for Austin Theory. But let's just keep it all the way 100, okay? We're not going to play the funk. Austin Theory is a former United States champion. I believe he's a two-time champ. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me. But he's a former champion, former Evolve champion, if I recall, too. So Austin Theory ain't no slouch, Grayson. You ain't won damn championship in the even if it was a secondary company for WWE, you ain't did nothing. This your first title. You can't talk about, and it's not even me trying to take up for Austin. I'm like, fair is fair and right is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's disrespectful. He's a two-time. Okay, he's a two-time U.S. champ. Okay, great. I thought he was. I'm like, you gonna say some disrespectful shit like that and then think Austin Theory just gonna sit there and be like, "You know what? You right. You did pull me out the muck." Hell no. 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 No, you little niglet. No. No, that's not how that happens. Okay. Oh, I felt bad for Austin on that one. I said, excuse you. What your disrespectful ass? Right. And I don't even like Austin Theory like that, but right is right and wrong is wrong. You can't say that kind of shit about him when your ass was barely a damn blip on the radar. Just because you loud and wrong don't mean that you relevant. That don't mean you relevant, babe. Oh, thanks, Donnie. Just because you loud and wrong don't mean you relevant. Now, come on now, Austin. Come on, buddy. You gotta have bigger balls than this. You shouldn't even let him say that hateful shit. Now I don't know what happened after that. I know that them two obviously was in the ring, and he was looking at him like, "Why the fuck would you say that?" But Grayson Waller been saying some questionable shit about Austin Theory for a minute. This is not the first time, and I guarantee you, it will not be the last. Okay, but that was the first little tidbit of what we got in terms of making sure we paying attention to storylines on Smackdown. Okay, let's move it to Solo. Okay, now Solo and them was in the back prepping for this match that they had with the Street Profits. You see, last week Solo and them was cutting up, and the Street Profits had to come out there and test some shit up too. So, stuff was going crazy. Okay. Grace had been Austin as this whole time. Child, he be saying he be sneak dissing on Austin Theory, leaving him in the ring so he can get beat up by Seth freaking Rollins, like all kind of shit. Like really think about it, and you think back to the last few times before they became tag team champions, what was going on between the two of them. Grayson Waller was definitely sneak dissing Austin Theory. I'm telling you. I think he got 11 to 14 minutes, Alexis. No, he did not. I'm telling you, he didn't get that long. He got about it's just him. I'm talking about when I was talking when she brought it up about Gunther, and I'm sorry to pivot. When she brought it up about Gunther's coronation, when you really look at it, the segments, Nia and the other girl's segment was cut short. But Gunther's part of the segment was not as short as Nia's part. Nia stayed out there the whole time. Whereas Gunther, for his segment, he was only out there for half the time that he was only out there for the part that he was needed for. You know what I'm saying? Even with the promos he cut with Damian Priest and everything, I would say Gunther got about 6, maybe 8 minutes of that promo time. The rest of it was left for Drew and for Damian Priest. I don't know if I would say he got 11 minutes. I wouldn't say that. That's what I'm saying. Both of the segments was about the same time compared. It's more about Gunther's time out there than it was like the whole segment. So to say it like the whole segment for the women equated to Gunther's time being out there in the feud and having his feud or whatever. That's what generally happened. But anyways, let's go back to Theory and what's the name? He said because he definitely said Austin wasn't as good as him, but he then smoothed it over. He did. But that's what I'm saying. He been sneak dissing him for a while. So this is not new. It's a bunch of bullshit. But anyways, the Street Profits is scheduled to go up against the new bloodline. Okay. And Pauline decided he wanted to have a little powwow with his new interim tribal chief. Okay. So he said, Solo, come here, talk to me. He said, listen, when we would usually recruit new people into the bloodline, there would be a real conversation, and I would be included. He said usually me and Roman would have a little powwow. We have a conversation about that, you know. And he was like, you're not talking to me. He said, I need you to talk to me. Okay, I need you to have a conversation with me. Roman would usually seek counsel before he would execute these violent attacks. And he said, usually the attacks were to protect and preserve the bloodline. It was not about, he was like, it was not about just attacking people out of nowhere. Anyways, y'all, I be peeping because I'm messy, child. But anyways, Pauline was just like, you know, we we got to get on one accord. We got to work together. And he said, since I'm going to be he said, if you want me to be your wise man, then you have to take up counsel with me. You know what I'm saying? You got to come take up counsel with me and talk to me. Child. Solo said, and when Solo got ready to respond, he said, usually the way we do this is that we have our moment, we have our powwow, and then he said what we supposed to do is get ready to work to set Cody up so that he can be taken down. And Solo was like, I got Cody. Cody doesn't even know that I got him like that. And Paul is like, what are you talking about? And so then Kevin's music hit, and Solo is highly irritable. And he was like, oh, you want to be the wise man? He said, go out there and do your damn job. Take care of this now. So Pauline go out there. Now Pauline get to crying and shit when he go out there, and he's sitting there like, listen, Kevin. Listen, I'm tired, Kevin. Okay? We've been doing this song and dance with you for 4 years. All right, we is tired. Okay? We tired and we sleepy, and we've been living this same damn nightmare for 4 years. He was like, Kevin, ain't you tired? Ain't you exhausted? You've been fighting the bloodline for 4 years. He said, Kevin, listen. You got to listen to me. These motherfuckers that Solo done brought in here, I didn't authorize these niggas. I don't know them. Okay? I don't know them. He done brought these people in here, and they're not like us. He said, listen, all of us that was in here, we respected the sport. You know what I'm saying? We might have dominated, and we might have whooped your ass a couple times. But listen, it was for the good of the brand and for the good of the company. These niggas is not doing it for that. They want to kill you. They want to kill you, and I'm trying to help you. I am trying to help you. But you won't listen to me. Charlie got the crying, and that makeup got the leaking. Kevin said, shut the fuck up, Pauline. Your ass is lying. He said, you have been a shyster your whole goddamn life. What makes you think I'm finna listen to anything you got to say? He said, y'all have been whipping my ass for 4 years. And if you are a wise man, then you are at the epicenter of all of this shit. He said, I don't believe this song and dance you selling. Your ass is the reason why this shit is happening the way it is. And he said, if you was the liaison for fucking Roman, then you got to be the liaison for goddamn Solo. Child. He said, there's no way that you ain't facilitating what's going on. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You're a liar. Maybe I turn it down. Sorry. He was like, I don't believe you. You're a liar. Pauline got frustrated. Pauline said, you know what? Fuck it. Okay? Don't nobody want to listen to me, and I'm sick of this shit. Now, goddamn it, I'm trying to tell you that these motherfuckers is criminals, and they will murder you. And you are not listening. Why won't nobody listen to me? Then he got this running flat in his arms and bust Kevin in the chest. Kevin said, I know this motherfucker didn't just hit me. I was like, he did. He definitely did. He did. Kevin said, hold on, dog. Hold on. He had to go seek counsel, because Randy done passed the voices in his head to Kevin. And the voice said, Kevin? Whoop his ass. Kevin said, He said, Pauline just hit you. Pauline just hit me. Pauline just hit you, baby. What? The voices said, well, what you finna do about it? Whoop his ass? I think that's the best idea. So Kevin stepped towards Pauline, and Pauline's stupid ass, instead of getting the hell out the ring, he backing up, falling into the turnbuckle, slipping and sliding on them damn. He done had them same damn rusty, dusty shoes his whole goddamn career. Okay, at this point, them shoes ain't got no grip. Cause he don't walk the hell out them damn shoes. They turn up at the toe like some elf shoes, baby. Oh, child, that's when the bloodline came out there. And then the Street Profits even the odds with Kevin. So everybody was fighting. Solo and Kevin fight off the screen. And then they had Tongaloa and Tama Tonga in there fighting with Montez and Dawkins. Now, Montez and Dawkins ended up losing this match to Tama and Tongaloa. Okay. So it was a hard fought loss, okay, to be honest with you. It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for the Street Profits, it swung in the Bloodline's favor today. That whole time Pauline stayed out there and watched the match, he kept himself behind the barricade because he knew that Tama and Tongaloa were dangerous. And if we're gonna be fair and stay in kayfabe, they definitely are dangerous. Given the fact that they are probably one of the most dangerous and decorated tag teams on that roster, especially with the way they've operated in New Japan before they came to the E. If Triple H really lets them loose the way I think he will once this bloodline shit is officially over, the tag team division will be revived through them specifically. Now, let us move on. There was another tag team match. There was a lot of tag team matches, honey. Okay. That was the second one. The third, or whatever way you want to look at it, the third match happened between Naomi and Bayley versus Piper and what's her face? Chelsea. So when Bayley got attacked, when Bayley got attacked, Naomi found out. Naomi was like, I gotta go get my friend together. Okay. So she went to go find her and she was like, you want to go get these hoes? Is you ready? Is you clear? Because we can go get these bitches. And the baby was like, I'm always up for a fight. Let's go. Naomi said, don't worry about it, sis. I got you. I always got your back. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go talk to Nick and get this shit straight. Now, I always told y'all, pay attention because they always foreshadowing something. That scary lady bush looking bitch, Blair Davenport, had her ass in Nick Aldis's office. Now, in fairness to Blair, she was in Nick's office and she wasn't speaking just yet. She was about to talk to Nick. And what she was basically like, asking him about, her time in WWE, in Smackdown, and where it's going to be. And Nick was basically getting ready to run down her stuff. So Naomi was just like, excuse me, Nick, I need to talk to you about a match. And so Blair was like, excuse you. Like I was here already. And in fairness, Blair was there. Okay. In fairness, Blair was there. But Naomi did come in and say, excuse me. Now, if Nick had an issue, Nick could have just been like, okay, Naomi, you give me a minute. Let me get Blair squared away and then I'll get to you. Okay, because he was the one who dismissed you. It wasn't Naomi, right? So here's my thing. Naomi was like, girl, I don't even know who you are. And she said, usually I would introduce myself and know who you are, but right now I got some shit I got to handle. You are irrelevant. Okay? In the words of Evelyn Lozano, you was a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. Okay? And Blair didn't like that shit. Blair was like, no, you don't know me. But she said, you gonna know me very soon. And I was like, oh, that sounded like a threat. That was threatening. I don't like that, Jared. That's nasty, honey. Okay, that was nasty. Okay. Child. Blair walked her ass away. And Naomi was like, Anyways, look, is I'm gonna get a match. Okay, I want Piper and I want motherfucking I told you. Look. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, Jared. I want a match with Piper and Chelsea. So they got their match. It was a pretty decent match. And Naomi showed out like she always do. But They split, they divided and conquered. But Piper took over the match, and that's how they ended up getting the W over them too. Bayley got her ass whooped twice today. Okay, Bayley was getting tore up by Piper. It didn't matter where she was or what she was doing. Bayley was taking her down. Okay, taking her down, honey. It was bad. But let me tell y'all, the match between Piper and Bayley is gonna be set for Glasgow. Obviously, they're gonna be fighting in Scotland. And that's gonna be cool for Piper. She gonna get a marquee match, a top billing match, and you know Piper has earned the right to be able to have that match. But I don't think it's a good idea for them to drop the title to Piper in Glasgow, and I do think that that'll do a disservice to Nia having a big marquee match at SummerSlam, and Bayley right now is the lead out star aside from Bianca and Jade. She's the lead out star on the show, and Naomi. Okay, so look, now that we done got all that out the way, let me get y'all comments up. He said, Don said, what I'm getting is that this year and a half, Solo was the observer, and now everybody gonna be like, well, shit, somebody got to be in charge. Yeah, because when Roman come back, if and when he comes back, there's gonna be a power struggle, not only with him, but there's going to be a power struggle from The Rock, because I don't believe that they're getting their orders from Roman. I think they're getting their orders from The Rock. And I think the issue is going to be, now the situation is going to be, whose territory is it? Is it the final bosses or is it the tribal chief? And because if they don't go to that, then they're fools, because you need to separate church and state with Cody. It needs to be over with Cody and the bloodline. Like, let it die now and start focusing on the bloodline imploding from the inside. But they got to do a slow burn for that, which they've already started. Okay. Hi, Tirza. Okay, let me tell y'all about AJ Styles. AJ Styles was the last little puzzle piece of what you need to pay attention to. Now, quick recap. You need to pay attention to Bayley and Piper, because they're getting ready to book their match for Clash at the Castle. You also need to pay attention to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, because very soon their tag team will implode and they will be back to singles competitors. Okay, that was the second one you need to pay attention to. You also need to continue to pay attention to the bloodline storyline. Also, pay attention to Naomi, because Blair is going to go after Naomi at some point. Okay, I'm telling you. Now, look, once upon a time, there was a wrestler named Mark Henry. And Mark Henry was very upset at the fact that he had never been, held a world title. He wanted to be champion. Okay. And when he tried it straight up with Randall, it didn't, he tried it straight up. I don't think it was with Randy just yet. He tried it straight up and it didn't work. He was very upset by that. And he just had got to the point where he was down on his luck, back against the wind, trying to make it, no way to win. Okay, he couldn't get it. So Mark Henry devised a little plan. Okay, he came out there and told everybody, since he couldn't beat him, he was gonna retire. He had a whole retirement speech plan, had his suit on, came out there talking, crying, said his kids was everything to him, had kids in the audience. And then it was John Cena he attacked, correct?
Yes, it was.
He took out John Cena.
Yeah, brought John out there.
Told John, he was.
Had beat him.
Yes. Told John he was great. He was a big fan, and he said he knew he gonna carry the company where it needed to be. And then he beat the hell out of his ass. And when I tell you he beat the brakes off of John Cena, he beat John Cena like he stole something. Okay? Now, this led to a match between these two men. And anybody else who remembers, I don't remember how it all played out. But if I recall, John Cena beat him. If I recall correctly, somebody gonna have to correct me in the comments. But if I recall it, I could be recalling it by my own bias. But if I recall, he beat him. And everything he did was all for nothing. Now, what you think happened with AJ Styles today? Because AJ Styles was sitting in Nick Aldis's office. And he was sitting there with a somber look on his face. And I believe he had this plan since last week, or the week before last, when he was begging for a championship match. You see, when he lost to Cody Rhodes, he had an interview with somebody, and I don't know who it was, but he had an interview with somebody. He had an interview with somebody, and he said that he wants to be a worse villain than Dominic Mysterio. He said right now, Dominic Mysterio has the most heat, right? And he said, I want to garner the kind of heat that Dominic Mysterio has. I want to be despicable, and I know that I can, and I'm gonna be. Okay? Now listen, AJ Styles didn't do it as, I guess you could say it wasn't as haphazard as Mark Henry's was. AJ Styles planned his out. It was very meticulous. He went into Nick Aldis' office begging for an opportunity. Nick Aldis shut him down, so it made him look like he had lost hope. You know what I'm saying? Like he had lost everything. He was no longer who he thought he was, right? Then he comes back a week after, a week in between. So let's say 2 weeks later, he comes in and he's like, Nick Aldis is like, what's going on? And he was like, I just want to know if I'll be able to have some time. Baby, Nick said, I always make sure you got time. Don't worry about that. You can have time. And he said, thank you. And he said, is this what I think it is? And he said, I guess we'll all find out together today at the show, after the show goes on. After the show, at the end of the show. So Nick says, okay. Now LA Knight he was walking through the halls. LA Knight dapped him up, said props, Sidebar. LA Knight's looking for Logan Paul. I told your bitch Isis that he was gonna be looking for him, didn't I? Didn't I motherfucking tell you? I told you got to be paying attention to the foreshadowing. Okay? It's right there in your face. It's written all over your face. It's right there.
You don't have to say a word. Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you, baby. You be right there with me. That's why you my real. Come on, give me a pound it. There you go. Thank you. Anyway, listen. AJ Styles got out there, got the talking shit, and brought out the Good Brothers with him. Okay, had them out there. Hold on. Aaliyah said Mark Henry and John went head to head. John won, and then he disappeared into the darkness. Now, he did disappear, but what he did was he left Raw with the Smackdown, and he took Randall's belt. Because I remember that. Because Randy got his ass whooped by Mark Henry, okay? And then Mark became champ. Randy went and, he went into the win for a little bit and laid down, I guess. And Mark Henry became champion over there. He was world heavyweight champion for a minute over on SmackDown. Who ended up beating Mark Henry as a champ?
I don't remember.
Oh, that's a hard shot. Oh, her shot ugly though. I don't like the way she shoot.
It go in though.
It's ugly
every time.
It's such an ugly shot, and it's so high.
Well, she chucked that up there because it was the last second. But Brandon got a strap.
Don said, I was like, not on fucking gag like this. You don't remember. He is definitely doing it because he dragged his kids in. Baby, he took that page from Mark Henry's book, fucking Beta. It was line by line, move by move. You understand me?
I forgot LeBron did this. No, he got hit in the face and the goggles, the thing popped out of his goggles. Look, LeBron.
Oh, that's crazy. John was such a shitty face. Don't you say that about my John Cena. Oh, yeah, I remember the Hall of Pain storyline. There you go, Quan. There you go. There you go. He was whooping ass for a long time.
If I can't get to the Hall of Fame, I'm going to bring everybody else to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Yep, I remember. He was tearing people's asses up. Every
Was,
time Mark Henry came out there, that's what I do.
yeah, he was fucking people
He
up.
was whooping ass.
Yeah, he was.
He was whooping ass. Came out there that 3-6 Mafia, he was fucking people up.
Right.
Was that before or after Christian? I want to say that was after Christian, because Christian and Mark Henry did have a storyline, but I would have to go back and try to find it. Because how dare you do that to Ray like that, child? When I tell you Mark Henry was a menace.
A menace to society.
A menace. Was it Big Show resulting in Daniel Bryan cashing in his Money in the Bank contract to win his first World Heavyweight Championship? You know, Tyreek, I don't know. I don't know how y'all be remembering all this shit, but y'all have to remember in a year's time, we have a lot of stuff to remember. So going back that far to try to remember it, certain things stick out in my brain that I remember, but I usually do not remember the end result of the feud unless it added or changed the trajectory of the feud. Then I don't remember none of that. I truly don't. That's when he let them damn braids go. Yep. You remember? He took not Kane. He took out Kane, Khali, and Big Show. He said he took out all of them. Well, the Great Khali ain't hard to beat. All you gotta do is kick him in his bite. Shit. Looking like one of the worms from Men in Black.
Yeah, you ain't gotta kick him in his back.
Just pieced together and shit. Christian was able to go to Smackdown to win and then retire. He took out Kane, Show, and Khali. I said that I wasn't buying AJ Styles' retirement when he was in Cody Rhodes, like you're pulling a Mark Henry 2012. I told y'all that he was doing that. I saw it the moment he was in there crying about not getting another title opportunity. I was like 12 when this happened, so it's short, but I do remember it. I'm telling you, he took Mark Henry's playbook and laid that shit out line by line, move by move. He went out there, had the Good Brothers out there with him. They did their little too sweet shit and was pretending like they was crying. Ain't nan tear being shed by nan man, which led me to believe that not only were Gallows and Anderson in on, not only were Gallows and Anderson in on it, they knew what the hell was up. Okay, they knew what was going on. So when AJ Styles called out Cody Rhodes, I knew it was some bullshit. See, here's the thing with Cody. Cody is too fucking nice. You feel me? Every time some shit goes down, Cody is always caught up because he is just too nice. He is too nice, and he is always letting people get the drop on him. You feel what I'm saying? Every single time. There is no reason why you have not learned yet how to protect your ass. Okay? As much as I love me some Cody, and I do, I love Cody. Nigga, you can't keep letting people get the drop on you like this.
Right.
You just can't. Now, you got to have eyes in the back of your head. You are a Rhodes. And you are getting your ass stomped out on national TV by fucking AJ Styles. He is whooping your ass. Don't get me wrong. AJ Styles ain't no slouch. But bruh, you telling me you didn't see this coming? Every one of us that got eyes and can remember, no. We saw it. It was a 1, 2, 3. And it's like every goddamn time. You always are just too fucking nice. And it's the fact that you let him come up on you like that. You let him get in your good side. You let him get in your ear, thanking you and shit. And you sit up here calling this dude a goat and everything else. And then this nigga clothesline the shit out your ass. And he stopped you off of the steel steps onto the floor. I saw your face bounce off that mat. There was no protection. Bruh. I was like, if you didn't close your mouth, I know some teeth broke. There ain't no way. Now, Nick come out there pissed. I'm like, Nick, Your ass is too trusted. Now you out here pulling a wide hip at him. Now SmackDown ain't went to the whole Wild Wild West like fucking Raw is, but don't y'all worry about that. Cause fuck ass Kiana finna reel all that shit in on Monday Night Raw. Okay, you just watch. You got to watch. You got to watch. Okay? Cause baby, what the hell? Now that's how it went off. With AJ Styles standing there with his goddamn with his, with his Oxford Brown shoes on, like he was finna go to class. He had a nice suit on. It was cute. It was a nice suit. He ain't have on no tie. The refs, the security, Nick, the producers, they could not get to Cody before he hit that Styles clash. You know why? Because fucking Gallows and Anderson was blocking the way. Now, the way I see it, your big ass is threatening me. Okay? So I got the right to hit you.
Swift kick to the nuts.
I'd have took all of them out. Okay? I would have been whooping Gallows and Anderson's ass. You gonna get the fuck out of my way. It's either that or you're fired. Take it or leave it. Now, if you want to lose your job over this little Magic Mike looking motherfucker, then be my guest. But that's one less paycheck I have to sign. So you decide what you want to do. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deal is off. Get out of my face. Tear their asses up. What?
Look at man like, hey, you better do what Lose Chris said and lose your job.
Get your ass out of here. Not Roman would never. Child. Right now, Pauline is begging for Roman to come home. Come home, Roman.
Yeah,
right. We're never gonna find another mother like you.
No, we won't. No.
Dear Daddy, we're crying. This is because of you. Oh my God, that's hilarious. They in the audience chanting Roman name and shit. I'm like, Roman is at home.
Minding his business.
Probably making his wife pregnant again. You know that's his favorite pastime,
Well,
child.
if anybody want that nigga to leave his earth. Like, I love you, but get the fuck
off of me. What he love, God knows. And I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just saying that lady was pregnant back to back.
Get your ass out of here.
Lord have mercy. He said, no, F this man to this day, but Alberto was. It was Alberto who took the title off of Mark Henry. It was not. It was Alberto. That sucks. Damn. Why don't I remember that? And I watched SmackDown faithfully then. I was not watching Raw at all. I only watched SmackDown. I was a SmackDown girl. You feel me? Oh my goodness. And then was still on that bullshit when he left and then came back and was. It was. I felt like somebody pulled a Mark Henry before. I don't know if it was in WWE or TNA. I can't figure out who. I'm telling you, the only time that I've seen this, it laid out this way, was with Mark Henry. Because Mark Henry had the suit on the same way AJ Styles did. He didn't have on no tie. He had on it was like a pinkish salmon colored suit. And he came out there and was talking to his kids and was, talking about how he, was ready to go and be a father again and was going to, live his life and just enjoy the fruits of his labor. Like he had went in. And John Cena had told him after he had came out there and he had attacked him, the next time they was in the ring with each other, he said, if this don't work, then everything you have just done is not only disgusting, but it's all for nothing.
Yeah.
It means you went through all of this just to be champion and you still ain't got no title. And he did not win the championship. He did not beat John Cena. He ended up losing. And I was like, God damn, you went through all of this and you still lost it? That's crazy though.
That's all right. I would transfer schools.
Yeah, he went to the other brand.
I'm gonna be the new nigga in the school.
And he beat the hell out of Randy Orton. He whooped Randy Orton's natural ass.
Top dog over there.
He beat his ass. Henry lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Big Show in a chairs match, resulting in Daniel Bryan cashing in Money in the Bank contract to win his first World Heavyweight Championship. Yep, it was Bryan. Oh, it was Daniel Bryan. Okay. Because I was like, it couldn't have been Alberto Del Rio. It just couldn't have been. Nick said, this ain't Raw. Why did that make me think of Beyonce? This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold on. So lay your guns down. That song been in my head for a minute. You gotta watch. I'm telling you. Child, he getting on my damn nerves up there crying and shit. Don was with the shit. Look what he put when he was singing the song. Look.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Jared, when he come here in August, it's gonna be on. Everybody gonna be cutting up. Y'all gonna see my family's a damn trip, child. Y'all think I'm bad? I'm not the one y'all got to worry about. I'm the one. It was my mom. It's my mom. Oh God, gonna be two of them in there again, and everybody I want to fight. I'm gonna cry out to you. That is crazy. It was not Alberto. I did not say that. I read it how you wrote it. Shit. I love Smackdown because they had Kelly Dolph, Lay Cool, John Morrison, Snooki, because it should have reminded you. It did not. It take my brain is odd. It's the best way to explain it. I get memories are triggered by weird things, and I associate and correlate things different than most people would, if that makes sense. Because I'll be talking to AJ and I'll be trying to explain to him what something is, and I was like, I'll say it and be like, "Dry, this is what it is," and he'll be like, "I don't understand the reference. I don't know what that is." And I'll have to explain it. And he'll go, "Oh." And I'm like, you honestly didn't get what I was talking about. He was like, "No." He's like, "No, babe, I didn't get it." My mind is an odd duck. But without her, I would not be me. So you're welcome. I'm sorry, what? What's going on? I'm back. How was my booking tonight? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let you do you. Anyway, I hated Lay Cool so bad. Also, it was very weird seeing Beth as a face. We all used to her heel days. It wasn't weird to me seeing her as a face. She was a face before. Didn't she used to run out with Santino Marella too? They had Tamina with Santino at one point.
Yeah.
And then they had her with Santino at one point.
I don't remember Beth being with Santino, but I do remember Tamina being there.
Where they had Beth with Santino. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me. Because I'm telling you, I just told y'all how my brain worked. I know they had Santino with Tamina. I like your haircut. Do you like? You do?
Mm-hmm. Is CJ riding with you?
I think so. Yeah.
He wants to.
Here you go, babe. Y'all take your medicine, okay? Here's your medicine. Grab one of those bottles of water.
I mean,
Right there, Suge, you walk right past it.
I did.
No, stand up, walk back. Walk back towards me. Walk back towards me. Right there. There you go. Now get on out of here. Night night. That's what I thought. I'm not crazy. No, that's my nephew Tay Tay. That's what I thought. I thought so. I thought they were together. They were together.
who?
Santino and Bez.
Oh shit, I don't remember that at all.
Yes, he did try to do the split. That's right. That's right. Because once they stopped, that's when I believe Santino popped up. Yeah, it is. Remember he tried to do that split? Yes. I remember. Wow. So much shit happened back then. It's going to be interesting doing Remember the Time, y'all. All right. So, like I said, AJ Styles pulled a Mark Henry and took Cody Rhodes' ass to the night water. And he held him under for about 3 minutes. And child, when he let him up, he was face down, ass up. Okay? That poor baby. I bet you that list done got worse now that he did that Styles class off them damn steps. So I know it's going to be AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes part 2, which I did tell y'all when he went up against him at the first pay-per-view in Backlash that they was going to end up running it back. And I knew they was going to figure out a way to weasel AJ Styles' ass back in there. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. I was just waiting. I was like, how they going to figure this out? And then I started looking, I'm like, oh.
You dirty bitch.
Right. It was a good ploy. They was able to segue to Logan Paul because he was irrelevant. He wasn't gonna win the damn championship, no way. And then they knew Saudi wanted to see him, and they didn't want to make a separate match with AJ Styles, a throwaway match with AJ Styles. And they was like, we could use AJ Styles and really build him up this time for Clash at the Castle. You feel what I'm saying? Baby, it was smart. Triple H out there working. He out there working. He out there working, baby. Exactly. Y'all remember when he won the Battle Royal at WrestleMania 25? I was mad as hell, but the storyline with the twin sister was entertaining. It was. The things we lived through from 2010 to 2013, child.
Well, shit, his daughter is doing it right now.
Well, yeah, but no, you know what? Ariana is better than him.
Oh no,
She really is. Her comedic timing, the way she delivers her wrestling, and that's no shade to Santino, but she's complete. She is all around complete. She just is better. I'm sorry. Which that's the way it should be, right. You know. He'd be dogging Best ass Santina and then beat her in the Miss WrestleMania. That's crazy. They gonna run it back because they got nobody else on the Smackdown roster. I don't know about that. Okay, those were differently different. Now, what that happened with Del Taco? I can't remember who you called Del Taco.
Was that Alberto Del Rio?
I can't remember who you. I can't remember who he calls Del Taco. Isn't it Legado del Fantasma? Okay, so Don wasn't in here for Legado del Fantasma, Raymond. So basically, they was trying to, well, you know, Angel Garza and Andrade used to roll tough back in the day, okay? So Andrade Angel was trying to recruit Andrade. And Andrade came in and they had a little powwow or whatever, and it didn't look like Andrade was feeling what Angel Garza was putting down. But Angel Garza took it as it wasn't a no, so we're going to see how this going to go. Now, Garza, like I said before, because you wasn't in here, so he had a match. Andrade had a match with Apollo, and to be honest with you, Apollo was whooping Andrade's ass this whole match. Apollo was pristine in this match. The one hiccup that happened in the match was because of Garza. He got on the rope on the apron, got in there, get distracted the referee long enough that gave Andrade the opening and the time to be able to take out and Apollo. Apollo was able to get Garza off the edge of the apron, but this gave Andrade the opening to take him out. So Apollo ended up losing his match. When he had all the momentum, he had then take. I mean, when I tell you he was dominating and it was such a good match, especially for him because no matter what Andrade did, Apollo was countering and had his ass by the balls. He ends up losing. Now, Andrade realizes that Angel Garza was interfering in the match, and he ain't like that shit. So Andrade walked off. Now, Legado del Fantasma was standing at the top of the key. They were standing there, and Santos was clapping. You know, this was great. This is amazing. You'll be perfect. And Andrade walked past that motherfucker like he ain't see him, and he left Electra's tacky ass standing there like she wasn't nobody. Okay, and Angel was just like, no. So they looking at Angel like, really, nigga? Really? And Angel was like, look, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to fix it. So Angel goes in the back. And he goes to Andrade like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, why you leave me out there like that? I'm trying to get you in with my crew. You just embarrassed me. And Apollo came and mollywopped the shit out of Angel Garza. When I say he hit the shit out that nigga in the back of the head, he was like, stay out of my business. And I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Will do. Will do. He was like, stay out of my business. Mind your business. And I was like, you better listen to what the fuck he said. You better listen to what the fuck he said. Okay? Because, baby, I was crying. Okay? Angel Garza was sitting up there holding his head. Andrade just walked out. Andrade had moved out the way by the time Apollo had hit Angel in the back of the head. Andrade grabbed his bags and was like, bitch, I'm out. Nowhere to be found, honey. He used to irk me, and I love heels. I didn't like Andrade. I didn't like Alberto Del Rio because he used to call people dogs all the time. Man, I'll beat your ass, bro. Like, I take shit very seriously, and I don't like that. Don't fucking call me no dog, bro. Like, stop fucking playing with me. Stop playing with me, for real. Now he was looking like his daddy. Ew, gross. He was like, "Period, honey. Let me finally do my shit justice, okay?" I like the fact that Apollo is getting some TV time. It's about time they got to start shaking some shit up so we can see some shit. Now, all you got to do is bring in Cedric and Ashanti the Adonis, and I'll be cool. Plenty of room. I just liked his tactics. Of course you did. Of course. Of course. All right, y'all. So that was Smackdown, okay? AJ Styles ended up closing the show, and everybody was shocked and dismayed by AJ Styles' actions, except for me. Except for me, because I saw it coming. The moment he was sitting his ass in Nick's office crying about not having another title opportunity to prove himself and to prove to everybody that he can beat Cody and that he's good at what he do. It's verbatim what Mark Henry did with John Cena. When I tell you that it is a 1, 2, 3 hit, they did it verbatim. If you don't believe me, go back a couple years on the Peacock Network and go watch it. If I recall, that was a Raw segment, so you would have to go watch Monday Night Raw. But I promise you that it was there because Mark could not beat John Cena for whatever reason. And when he couldn't beat him, he came up with this cockamamie scheme to pretend like he retired and caught everybody off guard, and then he beat the brakes off of John Cena. And child, when John Cena turned on that Terminator attitude, he was damn near unstoppable. Like locking John Cena out of Hell in a Cell. Chef's kiss. I hate you. I hate you. Now hold on, that's not a bad idea, Tim. I'm telling. John Cena was Superman. He was, and he was like, "That's why I like his ass." I was like, "This nigga can't be serious, child." When I tell y'all that back in the day, the storylines with the peak era for me was the heyday for Batista. Of course, the rise of Eddie Guerrero in his heyday. That was peak soap opera-y style wrestling, right? Like when he was messing around with China and he was cheating on her and he came in there and she saw them girls hanging all over him and he kept messing with China where he would tell her he loved her and then he would look at the camera and he would be like smiling and shit like a shyster. Like Eddie Guerrero used to do some dirty shit, bro. But I think the worst, the storyline that he did with Dominic and Rey Mysterio, that shit broke my heart so much because they had that kid out there, they had Dom out there, and he told him that his mom was a whore. He was like, I like women, and your mom was a whore, man. And I created you. You're my son. Come to your puppy. And I was like, no. I was like, run, little Dom, run.
Not run.
Oh, Ray was out there. His wife Angie had came out there trying to hold the boy. Oh, when I tell y'all that is a storyline that you need to go watch. Like that from start to finish. It's like watching the best Telemundo soap opera you can. Child. That Edge's saga with Vicky Guerrero from start to finish. And that is a long saga. Do you know how long that storyline really is?
It's over years.
It was a long storyline. Now he should have took that little motherfucker.
Hell no.
And I think the best storyline for the women where it was like super messy was Dawn Marie and Tori Wilson's storyline. That shit was messy as fuck. It was so messy. It was so messy. Quan said, I didn't know Eddie faced Ray at Mania while they were tag team championship. The era could never. This era could never. I don't. You know what? You know why I don't remember a lot of Mania matches is because I didn't order Mania. Back in the day,
$100.
yeah, when you had to watch pay-per-views, the monthly pay-per-views was like $39.95, right? And then when they started introducing HD, it was like $59.99. But Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble, those was all. Sometimes it'd be 75. You know what I'm saying? Like Royal Rumble will be 75. SummerSlam would be $100. Mania was $100, and then sometimes Survivor Series would be 75, depending on who was gonna be on the card. But it just like we just didn't order it, and I would
had to get that shit today.
Yeah, and you had to.
Trying to watch that shit and
it's grainy, right? And then the killer part about it is it would replay.
Yep.
It would replay all night, so you could watch it all night long. You could watch it all night long. And I would, if my mom ordered it, like sometimes mommy would, she would sit and say, I want to watch this pay-per-view this month. We gonna order it, especially if the match was really good. My mom would order it and we would sit there and I would sit up all night. And I'm telling you, I would sit there and I would just rewatch matches. I would fall asleep to it. I was definitely a wrestling kid. They could do it with Theory and Waller. I wouldn't mind it. Let me see something. Did you enjoy Smackdown tonight? Enjoy is a strong word. I would say that it was watchable. I won't say that I technically enjoyed it. Um I don't know. It wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't a great show either. It was kind of in the middle, but it did give you some insight. Like Don said, it be insightful is a better word for it because you did get some pieces in there that were exciting for you to watch. You saw Paul Heyman lose his shit because he's exhausted. He doesn't know what is happening or what's going on. Nobody's keeping him informed. He's just exhausted. If I was Pauline, I would leave. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're watching Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles basically beat the hell out of Cody Rhodes. You are, and the only thing else that happened on the show that was like a little bit, you know, of something was you did see Jade and Bianca, and it looks like Bianca is recovering from her knee issues. Jade is gonna go up against Indy Hartwell next week. So they probably gonna end up attacking Bianca again and taking her out. I see, I don't know why, but I see them either vacating the championships due to Bianca's knee problem, or they're gonna end up dropping it to Shayna and Zoe Starks, which I really hate because I don't like the fact that Shayna's being pigeonholed into this tag team type situation,
Yeah.
which I feel
And
like
she's not that.
no, like when Nia get the title, if they don't port Shayna over to SmackDown and eventually have Nia go up against Shayna, then why are we here? I was like, this man barely dressed up for work requirements in these past 7 years. Why now, child? And he barely dressed that. Shoot. I ain't like them Oxfords he had on. I don't really like Oxfords with suits. Not like that. I love me a good pair of men's dress shoes, but I just don't like I just don't like that. I'm just not a fan. Which is what it should have been to set up these feuds. Correct. And they did their job. I'm not saying that they did that anything was wrong. I actually they're moving quickly for SmackDown because they have to. After this week goes by, they got what, 2 more weeks left before Clash at the Castle. So they don't have time. They don't have the time with the way they got these pay-per-views set up. This is the last week of May. Monday is the official first week of June. Clash of the Castle is on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go check my notes, child. Because if that's the case, they got 1 week after that. Yes, June 15th. So look, babe. Next week is the week of the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
After the week of the 3rd is the week of the 15th. They don't have the time.
Yeah.
They gotta set the shit up. They don't have the time to wait it out. They have to set it up. And then it's going right into Money in the Bank. Exactly. Right into Money in the Bank. Because Money in the Bank is literally 3 weeks after that. You got Clash at the Castle on the 15th. And then the 22nd, the 23rd, the 6th is 3 weeks after that. Exactly. And they got NXT Heatwave, which is also a PLE. All of that's going to be emanating from Toronto. I don't think the schedule is too tight. I think they just space this shit out some more. But that's just me. Anywho's, y'all. Y'all, we just talked about it. So Money in the Bank is going to be on July 6th. Clash of the Castle, obviously, is going to be on June 15th, which by next week will be 2 weeks away. And then we have August 3rd, which will be SummerSlam. SummerSlam will be here in Cleveland. Okay, but the next pay-per-view that we're going to see next week is NXT Battleground, which is on Sunday, June 9th. And that marks the week of the PLEs because June 9th is Battleground. And then that Saturday for that week is Clash at the Castle. So we got a lot going on. For NXT Battleground, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have to watch Battleground. Please watch it. Sexy Red is going to be the host of Battleground. If you care, if you don't worry about it. Just focus on the matches. Don't worry about who's hosting. Okay? Now, the show is set, but they have not set the challenger for Trick Williams yet. But we did get a little bit of a tidbit. We got a little bit of a surprise on Tuesday. Okay? Hold on, let me make sure I get all my ducks in a row. Because they didn't have it up last Tuesday, but they may have it up now. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All right. So let me get this up and then I'll tell y'all all of the peoples that's going to be on Battleground and then I'll get out your hair. Because I'm going to head on over to AT2's channel in a minute and I'm going to be talking to him for a little while because it's AT2's anniversary over on YouTube's. Okay? So I'm be heading over there. And if you want to know about AT2's channel, this is the info is right here. Just type in AT2 in YouTube and you can go find him and I should be over there very soon. Okay. Now we're about to get into Battleground and I'm gonna be out y'all here. NXT Battleground is June 9th. It's on Sunday. It's next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, right?
Yeah, next Sunday.
It's next Sunday on the 9th. Okay, cool. So first match that was set and scheduled for NXT Battleground is the North American Championship for the women. And this is a ladder match. It's tradition because the North American Championship for the men was decided in a ladder match. So they used a ladder match for the women's title. And you've got Michin, Lash Legend, Kaylani Jordan, Miss Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Fallon Henley. These women have all qualified and are the participants of this ladder match to become the inaugural women's North American champion. Okay. Now I'm putting my money on these four women: Michin, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, and Sol Ruka. I do not believe Kaylani Jordan is gonna get the title, nor do I think that Jada Parker is gonna get it. If I had to put my money on two specific people, I will put my money on Michin or Fallon. I think it would be between the two of them. But that's where we're going, and that's where we're headed. It definitely is a black girl affair. I wonder who's gonna win this. Well, I just told you who might win, baby. Not Ann Fallon. Yeehaw, bitch. Oh God. All of these women have either are mixed or they are black. So that's why they said it's a black girl affair, with the exception of Fallon. She ain't mixed. She just tan real dark. Anyway.
She's just out there.
Yeah, she just there. Anyways, we got the men who are also competing. Somebody black definitely is winning. Joe Coffey weaseled his way into this match with Wesley and Obafemi. Obafemi has now resulted in another triple threat match that he has to compete in. I don't know exactly who's going to win this match, but if Joe Coffey ends up stealing this title, I'm going to be extremely pissed off. But Obafemi is champ, and I hope Obafemi retains and Joe Coffey can go his own little merry way, and Wesley can fight it out with Obafemi for that championship. With all that being said, we got a non-title bout. See, Lola Vice is shaking her ass too much, and Shayna Baszler, she don't like that shit. So when they lost their match, Lola Vice decided to take it out on Shayna and basically kick the bitch in the head. Now, Shayna popped up after that like the goddamn Undertaker and choked this bitch almost out, but the referees came and saved her. I don't know why. Any other time, they let Shayna kill everybody in the ring she with. So they saved Lola Vice, though. You know, you got to have your ass shaker. Got to have that. Anyway, Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler's relationship has turned to absolute shit, and it is volatile. So the girls are going to fight it out in an NXT Underground match. So you know Lola Vice hair gonna be braided back, and she barely gonna have on any makeup. Cause she done decided to go back to her fighter days, I guess. Old squinty eyed hoe. Anyway, let's move into outs. Tag team titles are being contested. The Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, are challenging Nathan Frazier and Axiom for the tag team titles. And you know what I found to be funny on NXT the other day? They was teasing Axiom. Axiom used to go by the name of A Kid when he was over in NXT UK. And I know damn well that A Kid won the Heritage Cup over in NXT UK. And they was asking Axiom if he ever won the Heritage Cup. And Axiom was like, you know what? I don't think I have. I was like, bitch, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Just because you put this damn mask on don't mean you ain't won it with your lying ass. Just gonna lie like that? You just a liar. Ooh, you such a liar, honey. They gotta keep her until Nikita comes back. Ew. If she come back, she keep blowing out her damn kneecaps.
Shit, how much for ACL she gonna have left at this point?
Well, I mean, if Dakota can bust out both of her ACLs, she did both of hers and then did the other knee again. After it was repaired, I think. Tegan too blew out both of hers. That's a hard injury. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, finally, we got the two champs. Jordan Grace, the current TNA Knockouts champion, and Roxanne Perez, the current NXT Women's champion, are going to be battling it out. Only Jordan Grace's title isn't on the line. It's just Roxanne Perez's. And this right now is probably one of the most unprecedented things we've seen happening in wrestling entertainment. Jordan Grace competing for a title as the champion of another brand is major when it comes to WWE because it is absolutely unheard of. They have never done anything like this. So this is going to be wild. But I think Roxanne probably is going to retain, especially if Jordan Grace doesn't drop that TNA Knockouts Championship before she has this match with Roxanne Perez. The separation is crazy. Everybody talking about, you remind me of someone I knew. If Jordan wins, I wouldn't be mad. I'm not going to be mad if Jordan wins, honestly, but I don't think that she will. I think Roxanne's going to cheat. And that's how I think she's going to keep it. She's going to weasel her way out of it. Unless Jordan drops that title sometime soon, which I don't know if she's supposed to go up against Allison Kay before they have this match, which I don't think that she is. But it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyways, y'all, one more thing I have to tell y'all before I get out of here so I can prep for this interview with AT2. So, y'all want to watch TNA because very soon some WWE superstars are going to be popping up over there in TNA. So in order for y'all to watch it, you cannot subscribe to their YouTube anymore because the last show that they have put on under the YouTube banner is currently the one that's up on their members only channel. They're no longer using that service on YouTube. So the way that you watch TNA is behind the paywall, very similar to Ring of Honor. You pay $9.99 a month for the TNA Plus app, and you get all of the pay-per-views. You get all of the pay-per-views with the exception of Slammiversary. You do have to pay $40 for Slammiversary, but you get all of the other pay-per-views, and you get to watch everything, which I think the next PLE for TNA is Under Siege.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can give you guys the... Oh, they already had Under Siege. So I was wrong. My bad. I'm sorry. Under Siege was on May 3rd. Sir, the next PLE for TNA is not Under Siege. It's Against All Odds. I apologize. And it is June 14th. It is after Jordan Grace competes for the NXT Women's Championship. I just don't think that she's gonna win it. If she does, I'll be shocked. But I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about with TNA. Okay, so hold tight, and then I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. Yeah, I gave it to him. Okie dokie. All right. That's only for, she said $40. That's only for Slammiversary. Everything else is covered under that $9.99, and you can watch against all odds. Unless you decide to, pay for it outright, you can pay for it outright, or you can subscribe to TNA Plus. You click right here once they go live, or you can just go up here to TNA Plus, and it'll take you to their TNA Plus website, which is watch.tnawrestling.com, and you say home. You can sign up or sign in, and they'll show you the pricing for everything. So here's the prices. You can get the monthly price, which is $9.99. You could pay for a year, which is $95.99, and you'll get the full content library and all exclusive live specials that come in. And if you want the World Champion annual year price, you pay $219 up front. You get the full library, the digital content, all exclusive specials and lives, and then you get all the pay-per-view events, including Slammiversary. Okay. And then you can buy Slammiversary on its own to watch if that's what you want to do. So if you guys want to sign up and you want to keep up with TNA, because I have a strong feeling that a lot of people are going to pop up over there, especially with them not using everybody, they can kind of swap people out. You know what I mean? It's a really good deal for TNA and for WWE superstars who really want to work. So we're going to wait and see how it plays out. You can get a reuniting of the full Rascals family with Wesley going back with Trey Miguel and Zach Wentz. You could get a revival of a WWE rivalry over in TNA with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. Because when Cedric was TNA, when he was Cruiserweight champion, him and Mustafa had a really good matchup rivalry between the two of them. You can get so much stuff with them going back and forth, especially with the Knockouts division. Allison Kay is there now, and you can have some really cool bouts with Bianca and Jade and all of them. Like, it just could really be a good mix of girls going back and forth. And of course, Naomi could go back to TNA for a little bit and chill out. You know what I'm saying? Bailey could pop up over there and wreak some havoc as a role model. You have a lot of shit going. Candace could go over there with Indy, possibly get them Knockouts championship for that cigarette smoker bitch. They can do a lot of shit. Okay? You got a lot of wiggle room here. So I'm hoping that everybody works together and makes this work out in their favor, because it's going to be a fun time, and it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. It's the best way to explain it. I'm going to get my ass out of here. Okay? I will see y'all Monday after Raw, and we will talk some more after Monday Night Raw, because we got, after Monday, when Monday Night Raw is over, we got one more motherfucking week before Clash at the Castle. So a lot's gonna happen this last week, these last couple of weeks before the show. Okay, so with all that being said, I will see y'all on Monday, and we'll talk some more about wrestling like we always do. See y'all later.